So you're coming to China for study, or maybe you're just coming to spend the summer. You've got your bags packed and your visa ready, but if you don't have these specific apps on your phone, then you are literally going to be stranded here. China doesn't just use apps, it basically runs on them. Hi, I'm an undergrad student and this is my 4th semester in China, and this is the definitive 2026 guide on all the apps you need to have before coming to China. We're gonna divide this video into 5 categories, so let's go through them one by one. So the first category is the Holy Trinity, or the life support apps. If you cannot download any other apps, I would suggest you only download these 3, because without these 3 apps, you cannot buy water, you cannot contact a friend, you cannot even find your dorm. The first app is WeChat, or otherwise known as Weixin. It's not just messaging, it's your ID, your social media, and your primary way to pay. Pro student tip: every university has a mini program inside WeChat, which you can log into by using your student ID for library bookings or your meal cards. And you can use the translate feature on messages by long pressing on the specific message. The next app is Alipay, or otherwise known as Bao. So WeChat is primarily used more for chatting while also being used for payments, but Alipay is more easier for foreigners to set up, especially if you're planning to attach your international visa or MasterCard. For 2026, the international version is much easier to set up and use. You can use the QR codes in the transport category to pay for your ticket on the bus or metro or whatever you're using to move around in the city. The third app is amap. Forget about Google Maps, it's outdated and you cannot use it in China, it's blocked. Amaps is very precise. It tells you the exact subway exits you need to be taking, and also it shows you how much is it gonna cost to get a didi or a taxi to your exact destination. Let's move on to category 2, which is getting around or transport. The first app on this category is Didi. It's very easy to use. You can book a taxi anywhere you are and it will take you right to your destination. But my personal preference, if you are on a budget, I'm assuming if you are a student, then you are obviously on a budget, to use this app called Xiaola. It's not as popular as Didi, but it has way better prices, it's budget friendly, and just in general, it's more preferable. So the third app on this category is trip.com. This app is very useful for buying tickets for those high-speed trains or booking hotels. It uses your international cards and the customer service speaks English, so it's perfect for the weekend getaway. The third category is the Good Life app. Everything related to lifestyle and food. These are the apps that are gonna make your stay in China way more fun. So the first app is Taobao. I'm assuming you already know it because of how popular it is. If you want luxury, then you're gonna go to Taobao. You can basically buy off anything that you can think of. It's just online shopping or shopping made convenient. Everything you're gonna order is gonna arrive either at your doorstep or at the postal station closest to where you are living. Second app in this category is Pindoudou. So Pindoudou is an app that you're gonna be using for bulk orders, or if you are on a way tighter budget. Most of the students living here use Pindoudou. If you're gonna use Pindoudou, my tip is to go into the review section and see the actual photos that people have posted on what they have received as compared to what they have ordered. Most of the times, I promise you, you're gonna be getting the exact thing. So I use Pindoudou to order my groceries, clothes, makeup, dorm deco, bulk snacks, you name it, anything that you can think of. The third app in this category is Meituan. So Meituan is the key app you're going to be using for timely food deliveries. If you want to order groceries and you want them to arrive the same day, you're going to be using meituan. The same goes for if you just came back from class, you're tired, you don't want to cook, and you just want to have lunch and you want it to be delivered at your door, you're going to be using meituan. And there's so much stuff that you can order except food. For example, say you booked your ticket and I know something happened to your luggage and you are in a dire need of a suitcase and you're thinking, what am I going to do? Do not worry, just order one on Meituan and it's going to come in like 2 hours maximum. The fourth category of this video is going to be survival and communication. So you already know that China has a very strong firewall, and all of the apps that the rest of the world is using, say Google, TikTok, Instagram, none of those apps are going to work in China. So you need to have a good VPN, regardless of whether it's paid or free. Just use the one that works for you. My personal recommendation, I have two options or two VPNs that I use on my phone. I have an iPhone and they are free and they work just fine for me. One is Cat VPN and the other is vpnify. In order to use apps that are restricted in China, if you want to use them on your iPad or your MacBook, these same two apps will work on your iPad, but for MacBook I suggest you buy a paid VPN such as Clash for smoother running and longer connectivity. Okay, so the main app I would say that you need in order to communicate is going to be a translation app, because believe it or not, people in China are not that familiar with English. You're going to be stuck at a place, you won't even be able to make the other person understand what your problem is. So make sure you have a translation app. It doesn't matter whether it's Google Translate or Apple Translate, but just make sure you have a translation app on your phone that works online and offline. The third app is going to be DeepSeek. So DeepSeek is the main AI app that's working in China, and you can also use it for translation and other things. The model that I'm using, I don't know if they updated it or not, but right now if you upload an image, it can only detect text. It does not work like ChatGPT or Gemini. It cannot detect other things, but other than that limitation, I would argue that it's a pretty good model. Moving on, the fifth and last category of this video is going to be social media. We all want to connect, whether it's with the new friends that we're making or the family we have back home. As I talked before, apps like WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok, even Google, they don't work in China. So China have their own versions of this app that I'm going to include in this category. So the first app is Little Red Book. This is China's version of Instagram and Pinterest combined. So if you're on a hunt for a cozy and aesthetic study cafe or a bar, this is a place we're gonna go and search for. It's great to get inspiration and also to find places that may not appear on apps like amap. The second app is going to be douyin. So douyin is the Chinese version of TikTok. So this is another app that you can use to surf the internet. There is a feature, a region feature, where it can show you the videos of the people who are living the closest to you. Mind my surprise when I went on douyin and I saw all the students in my university. So there's that. The third app is bilibili. So bilibili is actually China's version of YouTube. You can use it again to surf the internet, watch videos, and you can even utilize this app to learn Chinese, watch videos specifically made for kids, as they're gonna be speaking in a slower pace. Anyways guys, that was it for this video. For me personally, coming here to China for studies has been the biggest adventure of my life so far, and I promise you, having these apps on my phone has made that big of a transition 100 times easier. Anyways, if you have any questions regarding student visa or campus life, just drop them in the comment box and I'll make sure to make a video on it. See you in the next one. Bye bye.